When my wife first demanded a divorce, I wasn't surprised. By then, I already knew she was cheating. Late nights, constant texting, sudden business trips. Her lies weren't even clever anymore. What did surprise me, though, was how confident she seemed when she finally sat me down. With a smirk, she said she'd hired the best lawyer in town, and that soon enough, I'd be out of the house and left with nothing. She thought she was the predator, but she didn't realize she was walking straight into the trap I had quietly set for months. The weeks before our first court meeting, she acted like she had already won. She flaunted her affair openly, even bringing him around mutual friends, as if to rub it in my face. She whispered to her family that she'd soon be financially free and living her dream life. She wanted me broken, begging, stripped of everything I had built. But what she didn't know was that I wasn't the one on trial. She was. I had gathered enough evidence to not only end our marriage, but to end her credibility entirely. The day of the meeting, I walked into the lawyer's office calm and collected. She was already there, dressed like she was attending a victory parade. Her lover even waited in the lobby, grinning like he owned my life. Her lawyer, a slick-looking man with a shiny watch, greeted me like I was already defeated. But the moment I handed my attorney the thick folder of evidence, photos, text messages, even hotel receipts, the air in the room shifted. The lawyer's smug grin faltered. He flipped through the pages, his face growing pale. My wife noticed instantly. Her confidence started to crack. She leaned toward him, whispering urgently, but I could hear the panic in her tone. I didn't say a word. I just sat back, arms folded, letting the silence choke her victory dance. Finally, her lawyer cleared his throat and muttered, "We may need to renegotiate our position." My wife's head snapped toward him in disbelief. "What do you mean renegotiate? He's supposed to lose everything." But the lawyer just shook his head slowly, pointing at the evidence that laid bare every lie she had told. I could see her world collapsing in real time. The lawyer explained that her affair, documented so clearly, destroyed her claims for alimony. Worse, the financial records I provided showed she had secretly funneled money from our joint account to her lover. That wasn't just betrayal, it was fraud. Suddenly, she wasn't the wronged spouse demanding freedom. She was the guilty one, standing exposed with no shield left. Her lawyer's earlier arrogance had evaporated. He looked at me with something I hadn't seen before: fear. I finally spoke, my voice calm but firm. "You wanted divorce, you'll get it, but not on your terms." My lawyer slid the finalized settlement proposal across the table. She would leave the marriage with nothing but her personal belongings. The house, the savings, even the car, mine. Her lawyer tried to protest, but the evidence shut him down instantly. He knew fighting this would only drag her deeper into legal trouble. His silence was my victory, her face twisted with rage. "You can't do this to me," she spat. I leaned forward, looking her dead in the eyes. "You already did this to yourself. I just made sure the truth came out." The lawyer avoided her glare, quietly gathering his notes. He knew she was finished. In that moment, all her arrogance, all her mocking laughter, turned into desperation. The predator had become prey, and everyone in the room could see it. Afterward, her lover didn't even stick around. By the time we left the office, he was gone, leaving her standing there alone. She looked at me as if expecting pity, but I had none left to give. She demanded this divorce, she flaunted her betrayal, and she thought she could humiliate me. Instead, she walked away with nothing but shame. And the man she ruined our marriage for, he didn't even have the decency to stay by her side. Word spread quickly among family and friends. Everyone who once pitied her now shook their heads in disgust. Even her own parents admitted they were ashamed of how she treated me. She had played the game thinking she held all the cards. But when the truth came out, she realized too late that I had been playing chess while she played checkers. My revenge wasn't loud, it wasn't violent. It was legal, quiet, and absolute. Now, when I look back, I remember the moment her lawyer's face went pale. That was the instant I knew I had won. She demanded divorce. She thought she could destroy me, but the only thing she destroyed was herself. And my silence, my patience, my preparation, that was my revenge. My wife walked in thinking she'd leave me broken. Instead, she walked out with nothing, while her lawyer sat frozen, shaken by the truth he couldn't fight.